really trying to win. You know, I think they're
Yeah, that's fair.
taking it seriously, and the mirror matchups, if you know that the other person's more comfortable on that champion, it does give them an advantage. So
Yeah, that's
probably what we're
true.
looking at.
I like the try hard spirit.
I do wonder what starting item we'll see, especially out of the Ezreal. The Senna too, because they can both go the tier, but it does give you less of that lane power, but more sustain from the Senna, and more mana for the poking from the Ezreal. So be interested to see what they decide to do, if they decide to kind of counter what the other side is doing with something more like a Doran's Shield, go for that more aggressive Doran's Blade, or even for that tier for the sustain slash poke.
And Pocketus has told me that we've been live for over 4 hours, which is crazy. So thank you guys for anyone watching and for our students playing and casting and whatnot. That's pretty cool. So yeah, Thanksgiving 1v1 tournament. Hype, 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 hype. And then after this, nap time.
Even though
But
4
for
hours
now,
has
hype.
passed, it hasn't felt like it. It's felt like more like an hour and a half, just because of how entertaining these matches are. How close they've been.
That's beautiful, Xander. That's beautiful. Sorry. Wait, that's me. Wait, I'm gonna mute this. I was just looking on Twitch about at us. Nice. Shout out to our 17 Twitch viewers right now. We appreciate it.
Okay, and we have the Glacial Augment and the Conqueror coming out respectively here, and the TP versus the Ignite. So,
and more importantly, we have really great skins. True Damage,
double prestige,
and
coming out.
Psyops.
Gorf going for the TP. I think he's gonna keep a similar strategy with the Vlad. Just kind of CS, play for that CS win con, outlast the other person, and make them fight you.
Yeah, Ezreal good at CSing under tower as an AD carry because he has access to the auto and the Q, and once he gets some points in that Q, gets a very, very low cooldown if he gets a hit on it, and definitely very safely able to CS almost no matter what the state of the health bars is, as long as he has that mana. So using TP to keep the mana sustain up, the lane control up, and being able to just safely do what he wants, it'll be interesting.
So
Both
the
Doran played though.
The stopwatch on Senna, perfectly timed stopwatch, I think is going to be really important. It's something that is the first stopwatch of the tournament. I think it's something that people don't really expect at level 6, someone having a stopwatch like that when they haven't backed. You know, if they're not really paying attention for that, it could be unexpected.
True.
And we see in chat them recognizing that the two mid mains have both picked a prestige ADC, so they're on the same wavelength, as they said.
Yeah. There's always another wave. Oh man. Sorry, fit too perfectly. Come on, guys, dance! Dance battle! We'll just stand there.
Minions have spawned.
Looking at each other.
He's definitely watching the stream.
Yep.
Honestly, like, I don't think this is unusual for Bao picking the Senna.
No, he's picked it in the middle lane quite a bit. As have I actually. You know, it's not the most conventional pick, but it can work.
It is really effective. Against their Ezreal, might be more difficult into like a typical melee mid laner, but
we can see the auto Q combo from the Senna is really what you're looking out for, especially when she can freely push the lane like this. It's really, really easy for her with the Glacial Augment to not only get the damage off from the auto and the Q, but the Q gives her sustain, so trade backs are mitigated.
Big chunks taken away by the Senna. Ezreal not really going to have that big chunk damage until he gets his W. Would be interesting if he chooses E over W, but probably will just take the W. Just trying to turn trade. Getting 2 first, but not getting it right after.
About to see how Senna plays around Ezreal's cooldowns and how Ez is able to, move around since he has such a high mobility span.
It looks like we had a little bit of a stream difficulty there. We should be into game now, I believe. If that continues to be an issue, let us know. Or give us a thumbs up or an okay in the Twitch chat if we are good to go now.
These are really bot lane champs, so I feel like I
Alright,
know.
guys. Alright, nothing really interesting's happened. Nobody died.
We got confirmation.
They're just CSing.
Typical ADC 1v1, just CS.
Yep, just CSing.
Oh, he hit him, right?
Gets the WQ off, but a big
Ignite?
damage. The ignite coming.
Glacial
from
chase,
Ethan.
maybe.
Yeah, that's a fair amount of damage. Oh,
Yeah,
Good
there's
on
our-
Ezreal.
No,
It's very, very nice of them to wait for the big action until everyone.
Yeah, true,
has
true,
that-
true.
and then,
Yeah. Good on the Ezreal, kind of knowing that he's ignited and that he's not gonna be able to do that. He's one auto attack could change the fight, so just backing off as soon as he gets ignited, not trying to force kill there.
But we do see the sustain from the Senna going to be coming out here. It's going to be hard for the Ezreal to stay. He might be using his TP after he pushes this in.
No pots on either side, so Senna's gonna have the advantage for this one.
I'm also really proud of Bork in that his CS has really, really improved in the past year. That was something he was really working on.
A tier being picked up by Ezreal, going for a little bit more sustain mana and using the TP, so not missing a whole lot.
Yeah, I think a smart buy here on the TP. Ezreal, you're able to then stay in lane for a significantly longer amount of time in general, CS more safely, and basically say, Senna, if you back now, you have to miss something, right?
Not a bad, not a bad TP there.
General,
making the Senna stay for longer.
in general, during the pandemic, having TP is just a good thing to do. But Ching,
True. If there were TPs, then
Pocket does also like to TP it. Alright, here we go, back to Lee.
the stores were also sold out of TPs at the beginning of.
Yep.
As we're looking at the CS here, actually not a huge differential because this will push in, so if he can collect most of this under tower, it's not going to be too bad, but good poke again from the
Yeah,
center.
I mean that.
Maybe kind of a free back if she wants it.
Yep, she might take it.
Cannon wave's coming in, so it is a good timing.
Well, the stack's in the center right now, so not enough to reach that power spike. At 20.
Drop the beat, Senna.
She's going straight for that dirt.
Ezreal
No tier
picking
here.
up the R, just instantly R's the wave to shove it in under tower, making the Senna miss something. It'll be close.
I think that's a
And
smart
that is
play.
huge. Yeah, unwave management for him.
Yeah, the Ezreal R cooldown is reduced whenever you hit a Q, so I think a good play there. And again, just getting another back off to match. Looks like he has enough for Sheen if he wants it.
Senna does not pick up the cannon gold, but did pick up the C or the XP, so was able to get most of that wave.
Let's see what he decides on here. Actually going for the Vamp Scepter, very interesting. So just saying I need to match the sustain of the Senna, I'm not going for the more conventional Ezreal build. Maybe even going for a lethality Ezreal build if he wants to go for Eclipse. That is something that was popular a long time ago because you really do pop people if you go lethality, especially in the early game. So the normal build, much more of a scaling build, potentially the lethality build or the Eclipse coming out as a adaptation to this tournament.
Yeah, sorry, Dirk picked up by Senna in our last pack. He's gonna be doing a little bit more damage with that extra lethality.
Oh, close on that Q. If that had hit, that would have been big.
Use that E to cooldown those. Interesting to see if Senna plays around that. Gonna get free auto Q off.
Oh, nice hit there though. Good trades all around.
Hot. Yep.
I think Ezreal just needs to let Senna push into him, kind of CS a little bit safer under tower. Not a whole lot an ADC can do when they're pushed in.
And as soon as the Ezreal does miss that W, so much of his pressure is gone. A lot of his damage does come from comboing that ability with his E or his Q. So those are the windows that Senna's looking for to be safe.
Does have his ult back up already, so has the opportunity of shoving in a wave to get a free back or a punishing setup, and there's the R. So probably trying to shove in this wave as soon as possible, and Senna recognizing that, also counter shoving it just so that Ezreal can't get back.
Yeah, Senna wave clear is pretty slow.
Pretty bad, yeah. But killing enough minions so that Ezreal cannot back.
Are you not intrigued? A lot of good mages out there. None of them are fit.
In his comments.
6 CS advantage for Senna right now, so
Definitely easily able to be closed depending on how things go.
Yeah.
1 kill.
Especially with TP.
Good combo.
Bone plating doing work.
Nice. Fair amount of damage.
Senna picking up 22 stacks, gets a little bit extra range, a little bit extra AD, and crit chance. As well as so a little bit of power spike there. Big on Q, has the R, and gets the first blood. Very well played by Senna. Hitting that R and kind of predicting that is really...
Yeah, big combo, and the Ezreal, I think, Eing just slightly too early when the Senna R hadn't quite come out yet, so, or directly after, so big stuff there, and the wave being pushed in. Ezreal also not quite with that TP up, so...
from those minions.
Gonna have to see how he gets back into this. We have the Swifties coming out from the Senna, and our stopwatch is going to be coming up relatively soon. We can't forget about that.
Yeah, the Sheen picked up for Ezreal. A little bit extra damage with his Q auto. The Swifty is just kind of more chase down with the Glacial Augment, so...
More chase down and more ease with the auto spacing, you know, getting off the auto Q combo and then being able to back out before retaliation is much easier with that move speed, because she also gets it from her passive. So
with that kill, the stopwatch, as you said, 2 minutes, cooldown's reduced by 2 minutes, so coming up to 12 minutes instead of 14. No sums used by either of them, but so pretty clean kill by Senna.
as you're trying to combo in the damage there, I think.
We're going for a big trade here. It's not having to hit the R. Is able to push his way through it though.
And you can see the pressure, I think, starting to build for the Ezreal, you know. He's trying to hit more of these abilities. He's trying to trade back now that CS discrepancy is a little bit larger. It puts a little more of that pressure on as we're approaching the 100 mark.
But last time he did that, he also was able to pull out the win, so...
True.
But so was Daddy Disney. And thus, we're in the finals of the redemption.
Oh?
That was a good prediction!
Ignite.
Oh man!
Another auto and
what?
kinda the kill just like that.
Oh my gosh, it's like
Punishing,
they predicted it together. Wow.
Punishing the Ezreal E in this play. Very well played.
That was well played from both accounts, seriously. Nicely done to Gore. Nicely done to Daddy Disney. That was really nicely done. And I know that Disney's having some technical trouble, so we won't pull him in here for an interview, but just well done to both gentlemen. That was
Oh, looks like for some reason in the Discord the roles got messed up on his account, so maybe he can get in here. Let's see.
Yep. Can drag him in.
All right, there we go. I think we are going to be able to drag him in here.
Yeah.
Check,
Hello.
check. Hello.
Hey, nicely done. Nicely done.
All right. I don't know if you want to give us any impressions on those last couple of matches, either the Andy or the Senna one. Some intense stuff going on there. What were your thoughts?
For the Ooh, sorry, I have the stream playing right now. Okay, so as for the Annie one, that was a lot closer than I would have liked it to. But luckily, fleet footwork is broken on Annie apparently.
Even if unintentional, it still works, right?
True. As for
Oh.
that Ezreal Senna game, I'm like, all I have to do is just Q auto like 50 times every back, and then I'm good. And then, yeah,
Just
it was
kinda
good.
Out-sustaining the Ezreal with the heal.
That too. That
Yeah,
was
it's-
just J chilling in the minion wave the entire time.
Exactly. You know, with the Senna versus the Ezreal matchup, you know, it's hard for the Ezreal to work around that combo because if he doesn't hit you with his ult, if he doesn't hit you with his W combos, then you're pretty much going to out trade him. So, good on you for recognizing that win condition and running with it.
Were you expecting the Ezreal pick from Gorf, or was it just kind of like, oh, look, Ezreal?
I was expecting a Talon pick, but at the same time,
Mhm.
like I beat a plat Talon before. I can do it.
Nice, nice. I like it. I like the confidence.
And
And
especially since most of the walls were taken away from Talon, you know, it wouldn't have been as OP a pick for that. So
Exactly.
yeah, it was fun having the two mid laners go go ADCs.
And I think with the way the bracket is structured, you're actually going to be going right into this next
Oh.
matchup versus Illogical. So if you need to take a minute or two for a breather, no worries. We understand playing 2 matches in a row can be
There's a
a little
lot.
intense, but otherwise we'll see you in that next match.
Mhm.
Alrighty, thank you.
Yep.
Good luck, man. Good luck to both of them.
Winner of this next
And
match will be moving to the grand finals.
oh my gosh, so we're now
We're
like
close,
in
we're close.
semifinals, right? We're getting there. Or like
This is
what is
the finals of the redemption bracket.
it? Okay. Wait, who did Logical lose to?
He didn't.
Kaboflu.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The
Okay.
set versus Nico with
Oh my
No.
gosh.
the
Oh.
insane ending.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's all blending together in a giant mush of great League play. Sorry, I'm betraying myself as not a true gamer right now by not being able to stay up late watching League. But we're still going.
Alrighty. I expect a Pantheon ban, a Darius ban,
There's the Pantheon straight away.
and a Xerath ban from Daddy Disney. No, Nico.
Orianna.
Good ban.
Yep, Oriana definitely Daddy Disney's one trick when he made that
Mhm.
climb to plat, so expect to see that there. There's the Nico, there's the Gragas, all
Mhm.
expected so far.
Respect bans.
I
Respect
love
bans.
Orianna. She's fun. Timo.
And
Yes.
a Teemo ban
Don't want to play
by
that.
Daddy Disney. Kind of inviting the Darius to be picked, but I don't think that Illogical is going to pick it. I think he's going to go for something a little bit more off meta. Anytime someone invites your one trick in, it's like, it's a trap.
They're planning something. It's a trap.
It's a trap. Yeah.
Or maybe they're trying to think that you think it's a trap, and it's not.
Like the double trap hook.
The double reverse fake out.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Display is bracket again that game. Heads up.
Alright.
We're trying to fix that. Thank you.
I think they were saying for the bans, not for the. Yep.
Are we good now?
Yep.
Ooh,
I
Spacey going back to
wonder-
the Annie.
We might see a mirror matchup here.
I would be
Two
so
very-
excited, but I hope
Two
they would
friends
not.
might figure it out. I don't
Don't
know
do
what
it for
champion
me.
they
Do it
play,
for you. Don't.
but-
You know, I do not. But it would be fun. But you know, again, do what you gotta do. On All Stars, they don't get anything, and we have a skin on the line. So like, Do what you gotta do. He's the one to play Xerath all night. It's be interesting. Annie locked in. Getting another Annie game. Probably Fleet Footwork Annie OP again.
Annie picked up by Daddy Disney. Love the pick. I think it did very well against the Renekton. Maybe this time it'll be better with Electrocute instead of Fleet Footwork.
Maybe he
Xerath
goes for
picked
the
up.
fleet, you know? Maybe he discovered the
Maybe
secrets.
it was like this on Annie. It works. Auto attack does extra damage.
And the Xerath, definitely an illogical
Yep.
classic. Something he plays quite a bit.
Logical. Gonna try and poke down this Annie. A lot with the Qs, but has to be mindful of the mana. Kind of drains a lot of mana if you're just trying to spam Q over and over again. I think if Daddy Disney kind of hovers around the minion wave and makes sure that he doesn't get stunned by the Xerath, it's gonna be pretty safe. Might be interesting to see what sums they pick. If the logical takes like a barrier or a heal. Xerath usually takes a barrier. In the same way with Daddy Disney.
And just a reminder to everyone that
Is reminding us.
this will put us
Turn it
in
up.
the finals after this one.
Which means we're almost there. Hype, 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 hype. And some of these guys have been playing like quite a few games, so right on you guys. So yeah, Pocket Dust was reminding us that the winner of this one does be in the finals, as Peter said. So pretty exciting.
So with Annie into Xerath, Annie has a higher possibility of kind of the burst one shot into Xerath than he had with Renekton, especially if he takes Electrocute. So Xerath has to be careful with, holding on to that E for when Annie walks up and tries to drop a stun or try and flash Tibbers or something. So
Very true.
It'll be interesting to see with the ult being so long range, what Logical is able to do with positioning for that. And again, if any of our viewers are new or not here at the beginning, wishing you guys all a happy Thanksgiving weekend and hope you guys are staying safe. Thanks for tuning in to our hopefully becoming annual 1v1 Thanksgiving tournament for Hilliard Esports players past and present. And we are loading into the game.
alright, we have Airy on the side of Annie. Just a Knight and Flash, and Xerath taking Comet. Nothing crazy. Annie opting to go for Airy is, I think it's a little bit of a more different build. Might have a possibility of a tier start going into what's the tier item?
The Seraphs?
Yeah.
Archangels
So
and the
might
Seraphs.
have the option of going Seraphs.
Airy also something.
Very popular build with higher pro play.
Airy also
more-
something you just see for the poke, like
Yeah,
being
just
able
for
to.
poke damage. Yeah. Even just poking down, getting that extra damage. So Annie has the ability to one-shot Xerath. Might be pretty important, but normal buys from both sides, nothing crazy so far.
Message in the chat. I was about to 5-point on instinct. Gotta love that. That's really funny.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Cool, Justin. Again.
Alrighty, the grand final of the redemption bracket
Yes.
is underway.
Let's
we
go. Let's go. In the blue corner. In the red corner. Nice
They're
shot.
here having the advantage of the early level 1, has the opportunity to build up that stun stack, really gonna get some free damage, especially with Airy. Gonna try and proc that as much as possible. Good dodges coming in from Daddy Disney on those Qs. So Xerath opting to take the W instead of the E stun. So could see Annie try and put some good poke damage down early. So you can already see that Xerath mana just tanking. Even with those early abilities, only one pot used on the side of Annie. Only about half mana left on the side of the Xerath. So might see Annie take a little bit of a lead here because of the early Xerath pack. It'll be interesting to see if they could capitalize on it.
And he does have his passive to work off of some, but we also see that CS lead opening up for the Annie. Actually a pretty formidable one with this wave pushing into her. See how much she gets under tower?
It'll be difficult to CS a little bit while holding the Q for the stun, but just opting to take the easy CS. I think this is a better player. Annie playing pretty safe here. Still has full mana. Pretty impressive.
Full mana, but the HP is getting low. You know, Xerath does have his passive for the mana, but maybe a stun?
Yep.
Good stun. Taking the opportunity of those abilities being down. Locking up for some free
Nice dodge. I think there is something to be said to the mental of like landing a stun, even if nothing comes of it, when your opponent knows that you land your skill shots more often than not, that affects play.
And Annie really just even a point and click, right? She just walks up to you and all of a sudden
Boom.
double stun right there.
Hey, did you guys know that Xerath has a stun?
Inside joke for the Hilliard League of Legends program right there.
Shout out to Gort for it.
So even though he's low mana, Xerath's still able to put some good damage down. Still has enough mana for a couple more abilities here. Might be scared with a Q, Flash, Ignite. Maybe take it. But the Annie going in with the Ignite Flash stun. The Xerath misses the stun. Good on Annie for dodging that. But no mana on either champion. And both sums used out for Annie. Not the best trade, but is able to get it back.
And especially burning the flash before hitting that level 6 mark, which is really when Annie can have that more threat of all-in potential. We're seeing the potential of the electrocute there again, right? Where that would have been the difference, but the Airy maybe even getting the poke to get him down to that point, so it's hard to tell which would be best. Blasting wand coming out straight up.
Oh, backpack, that's adorable.
Be interesting to see what Xerath buys here.
Yep, going for the alternator.
Hextech alternator, yep. just gonna be laying down more damage. But both champs about to hit level 6. Maybe a poking down, and then Xerath getting a good ult. And especially without that flash, Annie does not have any dashes or any kind of dodge to the ult, so it could be
No
a very
dashes, no
dangerous.
dodge, and a lot less threat too, right? It's gonna be hard.
Just has to be careful of not taking too much poke so that doesn't become an option for Xerath.
CS pretty even at this point. Slight advantage to the Xerath, and that was, I think, because of the wave state when Annie backed. Swinging that back in his favor. Nice dodge on the Q there.
Both players CSing pretty well in the game. You see how
Oh,
higher elo or players get. Good stun by the Xerath, igniting, but the Tibbers coming out for
There's a stun.
return damage. Oh, the stun damage.
oh!
Oh, but the Xerath gets it, but is Tibbers able to return back?
Oh my
Ish.
gosh, yeah.
So, Xerath getting the first blood though.
Wow.
We'll have 100 gold extra.
They'll have the 100
His
gold,
way,
but look at the
but-
wave.
Wave heavily favored for the Xerath, or for the Annie. Using
Seems-
all the
Seeing the replay here, just really well played from both sides, recognizing that this was the all-in moment, and Xerath flashing out, barely not being able to outrun the angry Teemo Bear, who ended up running him down under turret. But we can see that Xerath's actually losing about 2 full waves just to this wave, so Annie going to be looking at a big CS advantage coming back from this. So, you know, from a gold differential perspective, it's not absolutely massive, but when we're talking about CS as being a win condition, that actually is a pretty big deal, right?
even just the XP difference like that.
Exactly.
If you're getting a level up first, that extra damage on your ultimate, or even getting like level 9 first, extra damage on your Q might be the difference.
We do actually see a good amount of it drop to the tower here, so Illogical is going to maintain the CS lead just slightly. But a lot of poke already.
Already half health. A Q R will secure the kill using that E from Annie.
Taking a turret shot
Block
back.
that, Yep.
Told me.
Ooh, still almost hitting. Good dodge inside of Annie.
Yeah, very nice.
Not
Colin
having any
Jensen.
dodges, but just being able to dodge his abilities just with pure movement speed is pretty impressive.
Movement, speed, and instinct.
Indeed.
So then, Terra drops him on top of your head. And can't really do much.
Yeah, W kind of undodgeable. You know, he did put up the shield in the nick of time to mitigate the damage, but after you get the slow from the W, the Q a lot easier to hit on the Xerath as well. And we see again the mana versus health battle happening, right? Xerath getting kind of low on that mana because he didn't opt for a mana option, but health getting really low here.
Not have the mana for Q or R, so gonna have to back here. But
His passive should let him get that back right here, yep. So, just a little bit too scary for the Annie. She's saying, I need to go for an all-in. My flash is coming back up. That's going to be my win condition.
taking
Or-
demolished on Xerath, getting a free play here.
Mhm.
Might need to get 2.
So, Illogical needs to be very careful now that the Annie is going to have her entire combo back up. She did pretty much go for pure AP on her buys. You know, she has a little bit of movement speed to help her get in range, but just a blasting wand and double amp tome really trying to
That
secure that all-in.
Flash R auto, or Flash R ignite, just that is devastating.
It can one-shot, even without the electric Q.
Her full combo will one shot. So maybe we might see like, I think if Annie plays aggressive here, and then if the Xerath uses the stun, like flash the stun, it'd be really good for the Annie because that is Xerath's only shutdown to her combo.
Yep.
So maybe has to try and bait that out or dodge it some way.
Illogical coming out with this classic quote.
It's like, I think he's
Blast
unlocked his
it.
win con now. Wasn't
Oh.
doing. Oh, and
Oh.
there's the combo.
Taking advantage of the momentary
damage,
weakness.
but doesn't
He
have
moved
enough.
his hand away from the
That
blade.
Aerie did not do enough damage.
You know, I think if he had waited for him to be a little bit further in lane, then he would have
Yeah.
been able to run him down with the timbers, but being that close and good surprise combo for sure,
Yep.
but now that's a 5-minute cooldown that you spent and maybe able to now force him back, but we have the poke advantage on the Xerath, so we'll have to see how they play this out.
Even without flash, Tibbers still has pretty decent range, so I think just with Tibbers, still very scary.
Still very scary, but look at the poke, you know, if he hits one more Q, then he can just ult him from safe range. It's very hard for the Annie.
Comes out. Good dodge. That's a
Shut up.
W. Nope.
Yeah, Daddy Disney knows that he has to dodge these attacks because his health depends on it.
Xerath doing the good play here, just trying to shove the wave in as far as possible, make it so that Annie does not have the opportunity to back. Ooh, maybe might see an arc number logical.
He has enough mana for
Has
it now.
enough mana. Has to hit at least 2, maybe 3. So he has the shield on side of Annie.
Oop.
Which one? Takes the shield away for the win.
Oh!
Gets it.
Wow.
Xerath
What a
takes it.
snipe!
He's scripting. Good on
Wow. Xerath pick OP. I bet that's gonna be banned.
Man, a beautiful
Wow. Well,
job right here
I
on
mean
the
that was well
advantage
played for
position
both.
from
I will
both
say,
sides.
yeah. Like Daddy Disney. I mean, some of those dodges were insane. That was well played.
So close to the edge of that animation on the last shot, as we see in the replay.
Oh,
And
she falls over. It's so sad. So close.
so close,
Oh,
and
that was great. That was
such a great job from both players here.
Well played. Well played. Well played. Let's grab logical really quickly and let's get this thing set up. We are headed into the grand finals, right?
We are, and
Oh my
if you
gosh!
all,
And what a way to get in there.
as we see the bracket come back up on the stream right before we get this interview, we see what's that? Is that the Summoner's Cup that suddenly appeared? Oh my goodness! How crazy!
I can't see. I don't know. Here, I'm just gonna go on Twitch.
So, illogical. How was that match for you? What were you thinking?
Hey, that's
I'm
not.
tired.
Oh my gosh. I was actually saying that, you guys have really played a lot of League. And we've talked about League a lot. So wow. But that was great. I mean, I'm glad you got the Xerath pick in. We'll see if you get to take it into the grand finals. But that was
That's
really
a no.
well done.
Yeah, I would be very surprised if it makes it through, but
I know, me too.
excellent use of its strengths, utilizing the poke even when you were relatively low health, zoning her out, and the snipes at the end with the ultimate were beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, well, we know you're tired. We'll let you recoup as we head into this last one. Congrats, man. I mean, you fought your way through, so good for you.
The skin
yeah,
and the Summoner's Cup are now on the line.
yes, not the actual Summer's Cup. I have no control over
An
that.
image
But
of the Summoner's Cup is on the line.
yes, on the line. And yeah, so go grab a drink of water. And we will get on to this next one. You guys are doing great. Whew. Okay, so
All right, so
to
now
recap, we have
Caboflu versus Illogical in our grand final. So, as one more reminder, if Caboflu wins, he wins the tournament. If Illogical wins this match, because he's coming up from the redemption bracket, Caboflu will have one more chance to challenge him in a rematch. So that's how it is laid out. We will see what is
one
banned.
more
We will
game,
see what
maybe
is
2 games.
exactly. We will see what is banned and picked and how they play this out.
Hype, 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 hype. Thank you for all of you still hanging in with us. Thank you, Pocket Dust, for still hanging in and observing. We appreciate it. thank you to Bubble Puppy for casting with us. We appreciate it. And man, you are just showing some great knowledge and just great great expertise. And so we appreciate that. And thank you to all of our players. We are down to our final two. No matter what, we have our winner and our runner up.
Yep, these are the
In
finalists, no matter
this.
what happens. So
This would be like the season finale in an anime. Of course, it might take like 3 episodes to get through in an anime, but it's still very exciting. Yes, that's a great idea, Bubba Puppy. If Logical wins, we'll play Silver Scrapes for the reset.
I don't know if we
That's
are
brilliant.
able to do that through the stream
I'll
audio
just play it on my
easily, but
phone,
That can
and
happen.
then it'll pick it up. Okay, Pocket Dust says he can do it. We got this. Silver Scrapes if Logical wins.
it's the game 5 music for
All right,
The first one.
the first
the
one.
first one. No, only. I don't know if we're allowed to.
Yeah,
do
don't play it no matter what. Just play it only if it does it, because that's kind of the whole point of it. Is that it's for the final battle, the final of the final battles. That's not Silver Scrapes.
And not just at Worlds, at anything.
Yeah,
Like,
any
they do it at
any
LCS.
tournament.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's get to bands. Let's get going. It is almost 1 in the morning. At least in our time zone. In California, it's not even midnight. So, there we go. All right. Logical with a quick rebound.
And the sweep taken away straight
Comes
up.
out
Ban.
immediately.
Doesn't want to play that again.
Respect.
Don't blame him. I don't blame him.
The Nico, I agree
This
with
this
that.
is the rematch of the semifinals here, so or
Mhm.
the bracket upper bracket finals.
Yeah, I think both players happy to not play those champions again.
Yeah.
For
Mhm.
sure.
Be interesting to see if the Logical takes away the Kindred.
Mhm.
It is Kebaflu's pretty comfortable pick, but I don't think it's gonna be that effective in the 1v1 mid matchup when
Yeah.
the Kindred's trying to get the marks and stuff and is not able to leave the lane. So
And the Cho'Gath, something that I've seen Keboflu play quite a bit in the top lane, banning that out.
just
And
takes the Kindred away and takes his Aerith away. Pretty normal bans.
yep, all to be expected. They are ready to go. Let's get into this pick.
Oh, nice. Wolfie giving me a little nod to
Just
Nanami.
the easy.
I'm
easy
assuming.
hover.
My absolute main.
Yeah, I would guess he doesn't just go for the Nami. You know, he does have that
But if
extra
he
life,
did,
but
I respect it. But yeah, I don't.
oh,
I
the
don't expect
Oh,
it.
Emo though,
I
not
They let him
banned.
through. Oh my
God.
Is
goodness.
he gonna bring it out?
Please.
Is
I
this how it
want to
happens?
see it.
Never
He
underestimate.
picked Nami.
Oh my god! He picked
He
Oh
locked it
Nami!
my
in.
goodness. That's
Oh
crazy.
my gosh. Hey, I actually know the abilities. Let's go.
I don't know what he's
don't-
thinking here. I'm gonna be
I
honest.
think he won Silver Scrapes, is maybe what I'm getting. He won that,
Okay.
like, okay.
That's okay.
Teemo versus Nami in the grand
What's
Grand
up?
finals
finals.
of the 1v1
Can we take
tournament.
a picture of this?
It all comes down to this unless the Nami loses, and then it all comes down to the next one. Oh my goodness.
But the Nami's not going to lose, because Nami wins. There's always another wave. Okay. She says other stuff too.
Okay,
Actually, a lot of her
so
things are puns.
yeah,
Anyway.
in this 2 minutes and 30 seconds that we have left, why don't you give us a rundown of the champion Nami, Mrs. Sturman?
Nami. So she sorry, I'm just really tired because this is past my bedtime. I was gonna be like, she has QWER.
True.
So her Q is a bubble and she throws it on you and it makes you go up. It's CC, it's nice. But it is one of the easiest skill shots to avoid for people. Because of the path it goes and things like that. But still, if you land it, it's nice. A little trick. Well, I don't know if I should say the trick in case Logical is listening. So
Well,
I'll tell you
there's
the
no
trick.
rules against anything.
Okay,
So
so a trick is that if people are running away, you put it behind them because then they run into it. All right, and her W is the ebb and flow, and so it will heal you and do damage to your enemies, and so it bounces back and forth. So you can choose to like start on yourself, or you can choose to start on an enemy. And especially if you're playing with other people, it would bring in different dynamics. But obviously, there aren't other people. It's just them. So it will heal her and it will hurt him. Your E grants you additional power to your auto attacks for 3 little times.
or abilities.
Or abilities.
Yep.
And it also speeds you up a bit, which is nice.
Yeah, all of her
and
abilities actually speed her up, so
yeah,
that's
all
one
of
of the
her
ways
abilities
you
speed her
can.
up. Like E speeds her. Well, E I use to just speed myself up getting to lane because I don't like walking to lane or
It's
swimming.
easier than
It's
bubbling
very
yourself,
slow.
that's for sure.
Yes, much easier than bubbling yourself, and uses less mana than W.
Yep.
And then R is her ult, and that is tidal wave, and it's a big ult that comes down and it like knocks you up if you're in its path. But it also is pretty big and easy to avoid, but it's also pretty big, and so in like a lane like this, it would cover a fair amount of the lane. So,
So,
yeah, it's Nami.
unpopular opinion, Nami isn't that bad of a pick here. Has the
Oh,
poke
hey,
potential
not
with the
unpopular with
knockup,
me. I love her.
has the sustain, is able to kind of combo CC to get a bunch of damage off with her R.
Dude, if
And
Nami
especially
wins this,
into
I'm gonna
Teemo,
flip out.
Teemo's not able to blind anything, but those Teemo shrooms are gonna hurt, and they're gonna hurt Nami really hard.
But the
no
problem
armor.
with that theory is it's not a lot of damage.
That's true. It's not a lot
Even
of
if you
damage.
build AP on Nami, you really don't do that much damage. It is a
So
little bit better than it used to be because of the
But he
E
has
change
Cosmic
where
Destiny. I haven't bought that yet.
depending
He's so
depending on what
he
good.
is going lethal tempo.
so
So throw everything out the window.
Guys,
Teemo's going airy, pretty standard. Just gonna be trying to dump as much damage as possible. Down with the airy and
And maybe there was some kind of agreement because we just saw in
maybe.
all chat. I thought you said press the attack.
So maybe this was expected, and we're all just wrong. I don't know.
guys,
don't
if
know.
Nami wins this, I'm gonna flip out. But and this is
So
the
do you
new
wanna
Nami
do
skin.
you wanna talk about the new Nami skin? I know
Yeah,
you're
so this is
excited.
the new Nami skin, as I was saying, because she's my girl. I haven't even bought this yet, guys. So yeah, I mean, I'm not sure I like the pigtails. It's a little much, but it's fine. The coloration's cool, and the in-game effects are cool. So if Nami wins this, I'm gonna flip out, but it'll be really exciting. However, no matter what, I'm really excited that the girl made it into it. So, Kabofu, thank you so
Made
much
it
for that.
into the final.
The one who won, and the
I'm glad
grand final.
Teemo made it in.
And the fact that it's a Doran's Blade lethal tempo Nami with Ignite. So
Maybe he knows something that we don't. I
I
don't know.
think what he's going for, if he's trying to go Giga Brain on this, is I can slow him and get my auto attacks down, and still have the sustain to be able to last through the chunks that Teemo can do to me. However, Teemo can blind a lot of the damage then. So
Like, even though he went attack, like going lethal tempo is worse than just going AP. I think because that Teemo can blind a lot of the damage, and Teemo's gonna be doing more damage with his auto attacks and his Q.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
Trust it. There's always another way.
But I did not expect
Oh,
this
he
set
went
to win
blue
against
first.
Nico either. So
This is true. This is true.
we'll see. But Teemo doing a good job of just kind of zoning off the Nami from walking up any.
Yep, I think Teemo's just kind of chilling in this lane right now. Doesn't feel the need to hard pressure the Nami too much. You know, she does have that sustain, so.
She leveled up Q first. So it'll. Oh, but now it's level 2. So she's probably
It'll be
leveled up.
interesting to see how Nami plays
Oh.
her
Nice. Nice.
bubble. but those auto attacks not going through because of that blind. So
Yeah, so we didn't see any of the E damage come out on the champion either because of the blind, so that's kind of that exact thing we're talking about here. You know, maybe that was his theory if he didn't know he was going to pick the Teemo. Like, I can slow them, I can E, I can do the damage quickly with my autos, but hard to also know with the banter they were throwing back and forth at the beginning. It seems like this was a known pick going into it, so I'm really not sure. Maybe we'll find out in
I
whoever
respect it,
wins.
okay? I respect it, no matter what. This is great. This is
building up a big wave here. Gonna be really hard for Nami to do anything here. Doesn't
Yeah,
have
hard to
a
see
lot
us.
of wave clear at all.
I mean, she doesn't, but she also like controls the wave.
It's
Ooh.
true.
Teemo taking Demolish here, going for still
Ooh.
easy, cheap plates.
And you
Looking
guys,
to
it
chunk
feels
that.
so bad. I feel so bad to see us on Nami. I feel for him. I know this is a different Nami than my Nami.
Yeah,
but-
until Nami gets her Rage Blade, then you just wait.
until Nami gets a Nasher's tooth. Just yeah, I don't know. Be interesting to see what item he builds.
I'm really just to yeah, not doing a lot of poking with the W. I mean, I know he hadn't had a lot of health down.
So the wave actually pushing towards Teemo here would be in its best interest not to hit the wave, but still pushing towards him. Just make that Nami push into you. Kind of set up a little freeze, make him walk up to you. Gonna be winning pretty much every fight.
Just the W
Then
coming out for sustain there.
We're seeing how hard it is for that Q to land, because it really, it can be predicted pretty well. So you want to do it. It's good to use with trading stands. It's good to use if you get them. I mean, it's especially nice to use if you get them in a position with like your ADC, where you can take advantage of things. But
The pull there, good blind from him. No damage coming down.
WWW. There you
For
go.
a second,
I don't know about
Ignite
this.
on the side of Teemo. Returning Knight. The
Ooh,
flash.
I mean, the damage is
from
actually
Teemo, the
pretty
big
low.
damage gets the kill.
My actual goodness.
And you
That
can
makes me
see
happy.
that was because of such a huge
The
wave
minion did,
being on
yeah.
the side. Yeah, I
Mhm,
mean,
mhm,
I
mhm.
bet if we saw the death recap there, it would be at least 200 to 250 damage from
Probably,
minions.
yeah.
Guys, Nami gotta kill him.
And as we see the replay here, look at Teemo's health bar from the minions. I mean, that's like 10 to 15 damage per minion auto, and he goes in, the ignite takes one more time, those two, yep. So his flash is also down, Nami still has her, so maybe a flash bubble
And
big
Nami
play
picking
for the
up the
tournament
recurve
win.
bow, going for that attack speed. Yeah.
Maybe she's just saying, I can weigh out the blind, I can just mow this man down with attack speed, I don't know.
3 pots on the side of Teemo, so not letting any opportunity for Nami to poke him down.
We see the CS also pretty even, especially with the wave pushing back towards Nami.
Yep.
So if Pueblo Flu kills Teemo, he wins the
Then
tournament.
he
So
wins the
it's-
tournament with Nami, guys.
It's kill point right here.
Yes.
Do
All
or
the
die.
hype.
I don't see this match going to CS. So,
Yeah, I just would be careful with
but
Q
the
plays.
6 on Teemo, those shrooms are gonna be huge to play around.
Yep.
Maybe even buying a control.
I would buy Sweeper too.
Yeah, or
for
Sweeper
Nami.
from the side of Nami, just to get those shrooms out
Yep.
of the way.
Honestly,
I mean, you don't
we-
need vision.
We can
So
just
just go
generally
Sweeper.
see that at the moment with the more AP value coming in, it's a lot harder for Nami to sustain through even the Q poke. Like the Teemo can just kind of walk up and get a quick trade in, and it's going to be not really in the
Ooh,
Gets him
nice.
over
Landing
there.
that.
Bit of a fishing
Going
rod.
for yeah, the follow up piece really good there. Now,
trade.
yeah.
A little bit better on the side of Teemo just because he has area and that poison damage does take over time.
Oh,
I
But
think
being
he was.
careful to step on those shrooms.
I don't think he knows it's there.
Yeah, I think the both of them
Teemo-
needed to commit there maybe and just do the
Teemo
all
not
in, but I don't know if
having
he's
that
gonna be.
flash ignite, if someone steps on that shroom, that's immediate opportunity for you to, get a big flash ignite on him and do a lot of damage. But
So,
does have
okay.
ignite soon, so might see opportunity. But shroom gets hit by a minion, so
Like I was saying there at the beginning of that trade, though, we're gonna probably see the Teemo scale a lot better, and probably the Nami was at one of her strongest points in the pre-item game because she's not going to scale as well with this build as what the Teemo's actually built to scale with. So none
She
of her abilities
needs.
really helped out with that attack speed.
Yeah, what she needs to do is get a big wave again, land a Q, do tidal wave, ebb and flow, E herself, and ignite. Like she needs to go actually all in.
I didn't think you there. On the side of Teemo,
Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
where's the kill? Where's the
Oh
kill?
no. Yep. No.
Gets
Yep.
it.
Wow.
So we will be
GG.
resetting the bracket here and going into
Nice. But I'm still so proud of you, Goku, bringing the Nami out, representing the girl, got a kill with her. That makes it great.
And
So
let's
happy.
queue up the silver scrapes.
Yes.
This
Dang,
is okay, so folks, people still listening and watching in, this is it. This is the final match now that we're heading into.
The finals of the grand finals are here.
Final. Oh. So for you 17 people still with us, past and we are down to it. It's actually been a really, really great evening of play. Next time we'll start it sooner. But no, the players have done a really nice job. And it all comes down to this. One of these two guys is the brand new student of their choice and full out bragging rights. Because they've played a lot of League and they've played it very well. Here we go. Here we go. So what do you guys want to see?
I want to see them leave it all out.
Yeah. Really nice.
I want to see them have a strategy going in and execute it.
Fun.
It doesn't need to be the kills, it doesn't need to be the CS, it doesn't need to be the turret, but I want them to be really deep diving on what they're thinking will be their best play, and especially with who they're playing against, right? I think we had some commentary from Caboflu in between that he said he was really expecting a melee matchup, and that's why he chose the Name, which would have been a very different thing than the Teemo to deal with. So trying to predict what that matchup will be and really playing off of that is going to be very important because those picks matter so much. Might be seeing the same bands come out here.
Me again, and that's okay.
Don't think we're gonna see a Nami ban from the side of
No, not Nami ban. I don't think we're gonna
There's
see
the
Nami
Teemo
ban.
There's
ban.
the Teemo.
Keeping
Which
the Panth
means
open though, we might see a Panth mirror matchup.
yeah, or we might see the Xerath.
Yeah, the Xerath also still up.
Yep. Have fun, don't die twice. That's funny. All right, we're into it, guys. Hype. Last
Alrighty.
game.
Thank you for the Silver Scrapes interlude as well. Very appropriate.
Nice.
Might see like a Jax pickup from the side of Logical. I haven't seen that at all in the tournament. He's a very good pick right now, and plays it a lot. But
I would guess we'll see something more like the Xerath,
and you know
just
we
because
can't.
of the poke advantage. Being able to play that into a lot of Caboflu's champion pool is probably, going to be a little easier to pull off. But